Welcome to the Prep Zone. My name is Grant Yenny, and tonight we have a big one. Hannan travels to Mandeville. Both of these teams were runners-up in their respective state finals matchups. It should be a good one. Last year, Mandeville won in 4 sets. Anything can happen. Let's talk to the coaches. Pre-game with Mandeville head coach Jody Walker. Coach, you're coming off of the runner-up season in the state finals last year. You only had 2 seniors on that team, so you're bringing a lot of talent back. How's your team looking going into this game tonight?
Well, we still have a lot to work on, but I feel like that we're progressing. We're getting better each match that we play, and that's all we want right now at the beginning of the season. Every time we get out there and play, we hope that we have an opportunity to get better and do some things a little bit better than we did the match before.
And Hannan's also coming off of a state runner-up season. What's it going to take to beat them tonight?
It's going to take a complete effort to beat them tonight. They're a very powerful team and good team. As you said, they're coming off a state runner-up, and I don't think they lost anybody off of their team. And their younger kids have definitely grown and gotten better. So it's going to take a complete effort from us in order to be successful against them.
Pre-game with Coach Bonifay. Coach, you're coming off of a state runner-up season, and you're bringing back a lot of talent. How's your team looking coming into tonight?
They're looking good. They've been working hard all summer with a great weightlifting program, and they've all got tons of experience all summer, and they seem to be gelling right now. They're working together as a team and communicating, working hard on defense. I love the way that we're playing defense right now, but I still feel like there's room for improvement, which is what we want right now.
And Mandeville also coming off of a runner-up season. What's it going to take to beat them tonight?
We're going to have to play great defense, be in really good coverage, and be ready. I know they have some great blockers and hitters, so defense and coverage, I think, for us right now are going to be the key, and serving tough.
Number 19, Grace Legalante, to start us off, serving for Hannan, and that one hits the floor. A miscommunication there between Rogers and Berthaud. Over Legalante once again, popped up, set over by Bundy. KK Haley looking to get it over, and it hits the tape, falling to the floor. 2-0. Hannan off to a quick lead. Legalante continues to serve. Up and over, dug up and nearly out of bounds. Good save by Brandy Bundy. This one has to go over, and it's in the rafters. A point for Hannan as they're up 3-0 quickly in this matchup. As I said, last year Mandeville won 3-1. Hannan looking to get some retribution. Brandy Bundy sets KK Haley with the big hit. It's popped up. Legalante over to Boyer. Berthaud gets it up, and it's out of bounds as KK Haley comes rumbling toward the sideline over here. 4-0. Hannan continuing to extend their lead. And Legalante continuing to serve. A lot of forespin there. And out of bounds. Off the hand of Allie Morris. Morris, a sophomore for Hannan. KK Haley now to serve for the Skippers. 4-1. Haley getting it over, dug up by Loop. Set back, Legalante, big hit, blocked, and they lost it. Looking for it off of the block. Bothner and Gomez. 5-1, Hannan in the lead. Michaela Boyer now serving for Hannan. Up and over Boyer. Dug up by Bothner, and a big hit from Gomez. And she gets the kill. They get tipped out of bounds off of Hannan. Now Gomez goes back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Call coming in from new addition coach Rachel Lindelow to Sam Gomez on where to serve it. Serves it to Loop. Loop digs it up, and a big hit from Morris. Gets it over Bothner. Dug up, Legalante dinked over, but Bundy is there. And that's the 4th hit, so point for the Skippers. 5-3. Hannan leading as Gomez goes back to serve once again for the Lady Skippers. Gomez puts it on a dart over. Legalante pops it up. Cabaceres popped up by Gomez. There's Bundy to Bothner. Legalante, Cabaceres with a big hit, but Bundy is there to dig it out again. And a double hit called on Catherine West for the Skippers. That's another point for Hannan. 6-3 here in the first set. Back to serve, Danielle Loop. It's the senior libero for Hannan. She gets it over, dug up. Bundy, and a little too much on it, goes West, out of bounds. 7-3 Hannan. Loop serve over. Berthaud, Bundy, quick set. And Bundy's called for the double hit. 8-3 Hannan. Out to a quick start here. Danielle Loop serving once again. Up over off the jump serve, and way too much on it. It goes sailing out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Lady Skippers to serve. Substitution coming in, Madeline Dosat in for Catherine West. Dosat to serve. Dosat, a lot of forward spin there. Is Ballard, hit over by Loop. Here's Bundy setting backwards to Boylan, but it's popped back up by Hannan. There's Bothner. Bundy setting back to Bothner. And good effort by Loop diving and getting it back up. Ball back over to the Skippers. And the dink. Another one from Boylan. And a huge hit from Haley Cabaceres. And KK Haley couldn't get there to pop it up. The ball hits the floor in that back corner. 9-4 Hannan leading. Service coming from Tatum Ballard, a junior setter. Ballard, Dosat, Bundy from beyond the attack line, pushed over by Haley. This one's got to go over, free ball. Berthaud, Bundy setting Bothner from beyond the attack line. Boyer with a big hit and a lot on it. Goes out of bounds for the point for the Lady Skippers. Substitution coming in. Madison Bothner goes out. Hallie Rogers goes in. And Rogers will serve for the Lady Skippers. 9-5 Hannan. Loop digs it up. Set back, hit from Cabaceres coming. Mandeville handles it cleanly in the quick set. Boylan gets it over. Loop, Grunfeld. Bundy setting KK Haley with the push, and it falls to the floor. And they hesitated a second there. It hit the floor off the hand of Tatum Ballard. Kill for KK Haley, 9-6, Hannan leading. Hallie Rogers serving. Gets it over. Set up by Ballard. Hit coming. Dosat gets it up. Bundy setting backwards to Boylan. And a great save by Ballard. Bundy setting over to Haley with the big hit. Splits the defenders for the kill. They both had their hands up and over, and the hit was just so powerful. It split their arms and fell to the floor. KK Haley, second leading killer for the Mandeville volleyball team. She has now 54. Loop dinked over by Ballard. Here's Bundy setting backwards to Boylan, and Boylan with the kill. Emily Boylan and Sam Gomez add a lot of height, that middle position. Serve coming, Hallie Rogers up and over. And not enough on it to get it over. KK Haley and Boylan were in position for the block, but it didn't get there. Now Mandeville's within one after that quick start by Hannan. Mandeville has battled back. Hannan's leading 9-8 here in the first. Serve coming, Hallie Rogers, and that's an ace for Rogers. It was out of bounds off of Hannan. Rogers has 7 aces. She's second on the team. That was actually her 8th on the season. Subs coming into the game for Hannan. Casey Alquin, a sophomore hitter. Hallie Rogers, lot on it, sails out of bounds. Tied up at 10. Service coming from the Hawks. This is Haley Cabaceres to serve for Hannan. Cabaceres up and over KK. Bundy back to Haley with the big hit, but popped up by Ballard. And Ballard from beyond the attack line gets it over. Bundy setting Haley once again, who pushes it over. Loop back to Boyer with the big hit. Bundy looking for Haley, who punches it up and over before it gets to the net. Bundy, Boylan, and off the hands of Casey Aquin and out of bounds. Mandeville leading 11-10, and in comes Sam Gomez. Gomez, 57 kills so far in the season, and the season just started. Boylan serving it over. Ballard, big hit from Boyer. Hallie Rogers couldn't get there. So it's tied back up at 11 apiece here in the first set. Subs coming in and out to serve back for Hannan. Sydney Williams. Williams gets it over, dug up by Berthaud. Bundy, KK sends it over. Williams, and blocked back down by Gomez and KK Haley. 12-11 Lady Skippers with Brandy Bundy back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Bundy gets it up and over. And into the block, another block. This time, Samantha Gomez and Catherine West. Two girls on this team with a lot of height. Gomez 6 foot, West probably about 6'1". Gomez coming into tonight had 14 blocks. Big hit blocked once again by the tandem of Gomez and West. And that's textbook. Shoulder to shoulder, hands up and over the net, and we have a timeout on the court with Mandeville leading 14-11 here in the first set. Following the timeout, Bundy back to serve once again for the Skippers. Lot on it, gets it over. Ballard sets it up. West digging it up for the Skippers. Haley, Gomez. Ballard once again in the hit from Boyer. That one goes way up. Bundy, KK Haley from beyond the attack line, but it's dug up by Loop. Trying to catch him off guard was Ballard. Didn't work. Hit coming, and another block. Samantha Gomez and KK Haley this time. And Bundy back to serve. Once again, 15-11, Skippers leading. Ballard up, Boyer into the net, point for the Skippers, 16-11. And after coming out to a quick lead, after Hannan came out to a quick lead, Mandeville has rallied back, and there's an error by Haley Cabaceres and an ace for Brandy Bundy, 17-11 now. Bundy once again, Cabaceres setting up, Boyer, big hit, and off the light up there and quickly back down. Off the hand of Hallie Rogers, 17-12. Skippers still leading. Grace Legalante back up to serve for the Hannan Hawks. Legalante, unforced error, served it into the net. So things you need to get out of your system early in the season. That kind of stuff won't fly in the postseason. And KK Haley back to serve. Gets it over. She has a lot of quick forward spin. And another hit, Ballard. Berthaud gets it over Loop to Legalante. And Loop will have to send it over Berthaud. Bundy. And it's put right back down onto Gomez by Allie Morris. Morris, I don't have an official height. I'd have to say is probably around 6'2". And has a big reach, those long arms. And this one coming back to the Skippers. KK Haley serving once again. Quick forward spin. Setting back. Boyer into the block and off of the hands of Gomez and Boffner to the floor. 19-13. Skippers leading still. But Hannan serving. Here's Michaela Boyer, the sophomore. Boyer gets it over. Boffner, Bundy, and they will call Bundy into the net. 19-14. Skippers leading. Boyer serving once again. Up and over. Here's Bundy. KK from beyond the attack line and a lot on it, sailing out of bounds. 19-15. Skippers leading. Boyer over. Here's Bundy setting back and blocked. Is the attack from Gomez, blocked by Cabaceres and Allie Morris. In 19-16, lead cut to 3 by the Skippers as Boyer continues to serve. Boyer gets up and over, dug up. Here's Bundy. Gomez said, "You're not getting me this time," and puts it down to the ground off of Allie Morris. 2016 Lady Skippers. It's Coach Walker telling Sam where to serve the ball. Gomez up and over. Loop sends it high up into the ceiling there. Hit from Cabaceres and out of bounds off of the West and Boylan block. 20-17. Lady Skippers leading. Back to serve is Loop for Hannan. Loop running, jump serve. Dug up by Haley. Bundy and a big hit from Emily Boylan. With no response from Hannan, straight to the floor. 21-17, Skippers leading. Back to serve is Madeline Dosset. And that is an ace for Dosset off of the hands of Haley Cabaceres. Dosset now with 7 aces on the season. Serves it over once again. Here's Loop, sends the free ball over. Berthaud, Bundy, Boffner, but Loop is there. Here's Cabaceres with the laser hit right to that back left corner. 22-18, Lady Skippers leading. Grunfeld checking into the game for Legalante on the Hannan side. Back to serve, Tatum Ballard. Ballard gets it over, dug up by Haley. Bundy setting back, and it's put right back down onto Boffner by Cabaceres and Williams. Ballard to serve once again, 22-19. Lady Skippers leading. There's a lot on that one from Ballard, sailing out of bounds. Out comes Bothner. In goes Hallie Rogers to serve. Rogers up and over Cabaceres. Set back to Cabaceres, big hit. Dosset pops it up. Berthaud, free ball over, and they call double hit on Rogers. 23-20, Skippers leading. Haley Cabaceres back to serve for Hannan. Cabaceres gets it over, dug up by Dosset. It's going out of bounds, but Bundy's there to save it, and free ball going over with Rogers. Big hit sails out of bounds by Sydney Williams. Point for the Skippers, and we're at set point here in set one, 24-20, with Emily Boylan serving for the Lady Skippers. Timeout called on the court, with the Lady Skippers leading 24-20 here in the first. Boylan back to serve, looking to put set one away for the Lady Skippers. Boylan lofts it up and over, dug up by Loop. There's Ballard over to Boyer, and a block, another block for the Lady Skippers, and they will take set one, 25-20.
St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, an A-rated school district. Graduates with the highest ACT scores in the state. Facilities with the latest technology. Safe and secure schools. A variety of sports. Fine arts. And learning to last a lifetime.
I'm Superintendent Trey Foles, and this is where we educate every child, every day.
Brandy Bundy back to start off the second set for the Lady Skippers. They took first set 25-20. She gets it up and over, and the big hit and the kill for Allie Morris. Morris was a first-team all-district selection last year for Hannan. And showing it tonight, she's looking to go for a repeat, if not more honors. Bundy with the double hit called, so 2-0. Hannan out to a lead. Grace Legalante up and over, dug up by Berthaud. KK Haley, free ball over by Berthaud. Here's Loop, who was also all-district, and a big hit. But Hannan is called in the net. So point for the Lady Skippers. KK Haley back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Hannan in the lead, 2-1. Haley up and over. Coming. Dug up. Quick set and lift called on Bundy before she could get it out to Gomez for the hit, and it was going a little backward. 3-1, Hannan leading here. Service coming from Michaela Boyer. Boyer gets it over, and that's an ace for Boyer. She's been pretty dangerous when serving tonight. Boyer up and over. Once again, KK is there to pop it up. There's Gomez, and miscommunication between Berthaud and Bothner leads to another point for Hannan. Hannan leading 5-1. Boyer serving it over. Bothner. Bundy back to West, and it's blocked down by Cabaceres. Cabaceres was not only an all-district player last year for Hannan, but was all-state in their run to being runners-up in the state finals. Boyer getting it over. Berthaud Bundy and a big hit from Gomez, and that's in right on the line. Gomez places it for the kill. 6-2, Hannan leading Gomez. Back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Gomez, so far this season, has 3 aces. That one dug up by Loop. Cabaceres, a huge hit. And miscommunication with Boylan and West as the ball was dug up to them. And I guess they didn't see it as it fell to the ground. Service coming from Loop. And Loop's serve, she didn't get all of that one. It goes into the net, didn't seem to have too much power behind it. 7-3. Hannan leading. Dosette back to serve. She gets it over, dug up. Legalante and a huge hit by Cabaceres for the kill. Once again, she's going, trying to repeat in that all-state selection. 8-3, Hannan leading. Service coming from Ballard. Popped up by Haley. Bundy to Boylan. Ballard over to Cabaceres. Popped up by Berthaud. There's Bothner. Free ball over KK Haley. And Boylan drops it right back down on Hannan. But Boyer was there. Good block by Boylan and Bundy. Another good block, putting the roof on it. Boylan and Madison Bothner. Bothner subs out. Coming in is Hallie Rogers. Coach Walker telling Rogers where to serve it. Rogers serves it into the net. Another unforced error for the Lady Skippers tonight. 9-4, Hannan leading. Cabaceres to serve. She puts a lot on it, gets it up and over Dosat. Pops it up, and that goes over Boylan, gets it over. Ballard, hit from Boyer, but popped up by Rogers. Here goes Loop, and right back down, inbounds behind Dosat, and where Rogers couldn't get to it for the kill. 10-4, Hannan leading. Cabaceres serving it up and over once again. Rogers, Bundy, KK Haley, a lot of force behind it, but dug up by Loop. And Sydney Williams tried to catch Mandeville off guard and try and dink it over real quick at the net and didn't get it at its highest point and threw it straight into the net. So 10-5. Hannan leading as Boylan serves. A lot of force on it, gets it over. Here's Loop to Boyer, and that's in. Hallie Rogers couldn't get to it. 11-5, Hannan extending their lead. Sydney Williams back to serve. And Williams, way too much on it. Out of bounds, 11-6 for Hannan. Brandy Bundy back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Bundy serves it out of bounds, kind of cross court and out of bounds on the left side. 12-6 Hannan into the game. Grace Legalante back to serve for the Lady Hawks. Legalante gets it over. Rogers pops it up. Here's Bundy setting back to Gomez. Cabaceres digs it up. And the big hit is blocked by KK Haley. Gomez puts the roof on it, sends it down for Hannan. Boyer once again. And just to where Berthaud and Rogers can't get to it as they dove for it. 13-6. Hannan. And that one sunk but it was popped up by Berthaud. Cabaceres, free ball needs to go over. Cabaceres gets it over. KK Haley, and out of bounds off the block by Allie Morris. 14-6. Hannan leading, and there will be a timeout on the floor here. 14-6, Hannan leading in the second. After the timeout, the Lady Skippers broke their huddle on fight as they're looking to fight back. Hannan has the lead 14-6. Here's KK Haley, a huge hit, and that will be saved. Here goes the free ball over by Loop. Rogers, Bundy setting back to Gomez, and too much power on it. Out of bounds. 15-6, Hannan now extending their lead. And service coming from Grace Legalante. Gets it over. Here's Bundy to Haley. And Boyer couldn't handle it. Too much power from Haley. Mandeville gets the point. 15-7. Hannan leading as KK Haley goes back to serve. Haley, powerful serve over. There's Boyer, blocked by Gomez. And Bothner, 15-8. Hannan. KK Haley back to serve once again for the Lady Skippers. Up and over, just skimming that tape and sent right back down by Bothner. And just out of bounds. If we had replay, I would say look at it because that may have skimmed the backside of that line, but it's called out. So point for the Hawks, 16-8, and there's way too much on that one by Boyer. Sent out of bounds, 16-8. Hannan leading as Samantha Gomez back to serve once again for the Lady Skippers. Gomez powers it over. Up, Cabaceres off of her fingertips, sending it back over. Here's Bundy setting Boylan, and that's in. The kill for Emily Boylan. 16-10. Hannan still leading. Gomez to serve here in the second set. Gomez up and over, and that's in. That is an ace for Samantha Gomez as it sailed right by Cabaceres. She thought it was going out, and it hit right in that back right corner. 16-11 for the Lady Hawks. Gomez, once again, that one, Cabaceres can watch go out of bounds. 17-11, Lady Hawks. Loop, Danielle Loop to serve. Loop up and over. KK Haley from the back. It's Bothner. Popped up. Ballard hits the antenna. Point for the Lady Skippers. 17-12. Subs as West comes out. Dosat goes back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Up and over. Dosat dug up by Cabaceres. Cabaceres to hit into the block. Bothner is there to pop it up. There's Bundy setting KK from the back row. Loop to Cabaceres. Bothner. Bundy trying to get it over. Boylan to Boyer. And Cabaceres, too much for Madeline Dosat. Goes out of bounds. 18-12. Lady Hawks. With Tatum Ballard, the junior setter, back to serve for Hannan. Ballard gets it over, dug up. This one has to go over. Bothner gets it there. Boyer, Loop and Ballard, a little miscommunication. It gets over. And they call Hannan into the net. For the Lady Skipper point, out comes Bothner, and back to serve goes Hallie Rogers. Hannan leading 18-13 here in the second. Coach Lindelof signaling in where to serve for Rogers. Rogers gets it over, dug up by Loop. Miscommunication, but Boyer is able to get it over for Hannan. And that is a point for the Lady Skippers. (18-14). Hannan still in the lead as Rogers still serving. Rogers over and off of Cabaceres. Loop. Free ball has to go over. Cabaceres efforting it as much as possible, and it hits the rafters up in the gym here at Mandeville High School. 18-15. Lady Skippers battling back here in game 2. Rogers continuing to serve. And a timeout called on the floor as Hannan leads 18-15 here in the second set. After the timeout, Rogers into the net for the Lady Skippers. So back to Hannan, 19-15. Cabaceres to serve. She gets it over, dug up by Dosat. Bundy giving it to KK Haley. And they tried to block it down, and too much force from KK Haley for the kill. 19-16. Hannan leading. Berthaud to serve for the Skippers, dug up by Loop. Cabaceres. Boyer gets it over, dug up by Rogers. Here's Bundy. And Dosat into the net. So 20-16. Hannan here in the second set. Back to serve and into the game and back to serve Mia Migliori. She's a sophomore for Hannan. She gets it up and over, floats it over. There's KK Haley. Bundy and the big hit from Gomez. And Migliori gets it back over. And there they put the roof on it. Morris and Grunfield. 21-16 for Hannan. Migliori back to serve once again. Gets it over, dug up. Here's Bundy back to Gomez, who kind of floats it over. And there's Boyer popping it up. Bundy, quick set to Gomez, it's blocked. Bundy trying to get the quick pop over. And that's a point for Hannan. (21-16). Migliori gets it over. Rogers. Haley, and the pancake there from Boyer saves it for the Lady Hawks. Good effort there, but Gomez sends it right to the floor with a big kill. 22-17. Hawks still leading. Mandeville trying to battle back. Gomez showing why she's the kill leader for the Lady Skippers, throwing it down with force there. Bundy gets it up and over. From beyond the attack line, too much on it goes Cabaceres. 22-18. Hawks. Bundy back to serve once again. Boyer. Could have been called double hit there. Boyer gets it over. Good effort by Berthaud. Out of bounds. 23-18. As Grace Legalante goes back to serve. And Legalante, a lot of forward spin on it. Dug up by Haley off the rafters. Haley gets it over, and that's in. Right on the line. Good placement from KK Haley. Putting it where no one from Hannan could get to it, right on that line. 23-19. KK Haley back to serve. Gets it up and over. Loop. Legalante. Boyer. And out of bounds off the block of Bothner and Gomez. So set point for the Lady Hawks. 24-19. Boyer looking to put this one away and force a fourth set. Berthaud, Bundy saying outside to Bothner. Dug up by Loop. There goes Legalante to Cabaceres for the big hit straight to the floor, and Hannan will take set 2, 25-19. Starting set 3, Legalante serving it over for the Lady Hawks. Bundy serving KK Haley, and it's blocked out of bounds. So with the kill, KK Haley, 1-0. Mandeville starts out with the first point of the set. And KK Haley goes back to serve. We've usually seen those big, powerful jump serves from her, but she seems to not do those anymore. Serves from the ground. Still gets a lot of power on it. And there's a kill for Allie Morris. Big middle blocker for the Lady Hawks. And back to serve is Michaela Boyer for Hannan. As Coach Bonifay signals in where she wants it served. Boyer gets it over. There's Bundy setting Bothner. Legalante, here goes Cabaceres. Pops it over. Bundy trying to get there. Berthaud. His free ball has to go over. KK Haley gets it there. Legalante outside for Cabaceres. And it's blocked out of bounds there by Gomez and Victoria Sanji. 2-1, Hannan leading as Boyer back to serve. Popped up Berthaud. Gomez tips it over. And they call point, a double hit on Hannan. It's a point for Mandeville, and it's tied up at 2 as Sam Gomez goes back to serve for the Lady Skippers. A lot of power on the serve from Gomez. Outside to Cabaceres. And out of bounds off of the Mandeville block there of Boylan and Sanji. Off their fingertips. So Loop will go back to serve for the Lady Hawks. Loop gets it over. KK Haley. Bundy. Big hit by Boylan. Saved by Hannan. Cabaceres puts it over way too much on it as it goes sailing out of bounds. Tied back up at 3 apiece. Maddie Dosat comes in to serve for the Lady Skippers. Coach Lindelow calling in the signal. Dosat gets it over. Pops up. Bundy. Quick tip over. Berthaud. Bundy on the slide goes Boylan, and it's blocked by Cabaceres. 4-3. Hannan reclaims the lead as Berthaud goes back to serve once, and it's sent back over to Ballard. Ballard, a lot on it, dug up by Dosat. Bundy from the back row, KK Haley, and that's in. And they're overruled, but from my vantage point where I'm sitting, that was absolutely in. But on the sideline, the line judge said it was out, so it goes back to Hannan. Now that one, there's no disputing, goes out of bounds. (5-4), Hannan leading. It's Bothner back to serve for the Lady Skipper. She gets a lot of forward spin on it. Dug up by Loop from the back row. Boyer tipped over by Bundy. Loop back to Cabaceres with the big hit, but into the net. Cabaceres sending it over. Berthaud to Boylan. And Haley, it was going out, and it was touched by Tatum Ballard. So point for the Lady Skippers as they tie it up at 5 apiece. Madison Bothner back to serve once again. Bothner up and over, dug up by Loop. Ballard hit from Cabaceres, too much for Dosat. 6-5, Hannan retakes the lead into the game for the Skippers. Hallie Rogers. Out comes Madison Bothner. Rogers coming in to play that back right. Cabeceres serving it. There's Bundy. Haley running up, hitting it. Loop is there. Backing Ballard. And from the back row, Cabeceres. Quick backward set there by Bundy to Boylan. It's handled cleanly, and Bundy going for the big hit and the kill, and Boyer to the ground, 7-5. Hannan in the lead. Cabeceres continues to serve for the Lady Hawks. Cabeceres running jump serve, gets it over, dug up by Berthaud. Here's Boylan from beyond the attack line. KK Haley mishandled, but they're able to make something out of nothing. Boyer gets it over. High outside hut set from Bundy to KK Haley. Boyer, way too much on it. Out of bounds, point for the Lady Skippers. 7-6. Hannan in the lead. Lead cut to 1 point. With Emily Boylan now back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Boylan up and over, dug up Cabeceres. And beyond the attack line, Cabeceres, and that goes out of bounds. Good eye by Emily Boylan. She kind of moved out of the way in self-defense, but it helped the Lady Skippers out as it went sailing out of bounds, and we're tied back up at 7 apiece. Boylan gets it over. Loop, here's Ballard. Dug up, tipped over, but back to the Skippers. Here's KK Haley. There's Boyer, back Boyer going for the hit. Boylan pops it up. Rogers and KK. Boyer once again, and Rogers, good hustle to get there. KK Haley off the hand of Tatum Ballard for the kill, and the Skippers regain the lead 8-7. Emily Boylan continues to serve. Boylan right over the net, over the tape. That is an ace off the hand of Cabeceres, nearly up into our loft up here in the bleachers. 9-7. Skippers up by 2. Coach Walker yelling at his front line. Boylan serving. Popped up Cabeceres. Set from the back row. Cabeceres, and that is waiting on the call. They call it in. But overruled by the official. Point for the Lady Skippers as they extend the lead to 10-7 here in the third set. Boylan, loop. And KK trying to save it. It falls to the floor. 10-8. Lady Skippers leading as Berthaud comes back in. Boylan goes out into the game. Migliori into the game for Casey Alquin. For Hannan. Migliori gets it up and over. It was short, but good dive by Berthaud. And double hit called on the Lady Skippers. So 10-9. Lady Skippers only leading by a point. Migliori back to serve once again. Floats it up and over. It's short. Rogers gets there to pop it up, and Hannan can't, nothing doing. A block for the Lady Skippers. 11-9. Lady Skippers leading as Brandy Bundy is back to serve. Bundy up, over, and that is an ace for Brandy Bundy off the hand of Haley Cabeceres. She couldn't get there for the dig. 12-9, Lady Skippers leading. Bundy serves it over once again. Tipped over and tipped back over by Sanji. Victoria Sanji, another tall weapon for the Lady Skippers. Is Boyer And the huge hit, but in the net called on the Lady Skippers. So a point anyway for Hannan, 13-10. As Legalante goes back to serve. Legalante popped up by Rogers. Quick set over by Bundy, trying to catch him off guard, but good hustle by Hannan to get it back up. And on the slide, Sam Gomez. And what hustle by Hannan, but out of bounds by Legalante. And they love to run that slide with Sam Gomez. She brings so much power to it from that outside. She's in that middle position. She comes around the setter, sends it straight to the floor. KK Haley, a lot on it and out of bounds on the serve. 14-11, Lady Skippers. Michaela Boyer, sophomore hitter for Hannan, serving it over. Here's Bundy. Once again on the slide goes Gomez. That time defended perfectly. Getting it over, Ballard. Here's Bundy. Berthaud pushes it over. Cabaceres blocked by Gomez. This one has to go over. Popped up by Gomez. Here's Sanji. And the big hit from Bothner. Hannan now sending it back over. Cabaceres. Bundy to Sanji to Gomez. And out off of Boiler. Way to rally by the Lady Skippers. 15-11. They extend their lead by 4 here in the third set. And the fans here at Mandeville High School are fired up as Samantha Gomez goes back to serve. Gomez sending it over, looked to be going out of bounds, but Boyer hit it, and a big hit by Allie. Allie Morris sending it to the floor. 15-12. Lady Skippers lead. Ball thrown back in, Luke to serve for Hannan. Here's Bundy. KK from the back row. And popped over by Ballard. Big hit by Boylan, handled cleanly by Boyer. Cabaceres and off of KK Haley to the back wall. 15-13. Lady Skippers lead. Loop sending it over once again. Berthaud. Bundy to Sanji. Popped up by Boyer. Back and a big hit by Ballard. KK couldn't get there. So Hannan now within 1, 15-14 here in the third. Loop to serve for Hannan. Popped up Bothner. Hit from Boylan. And that is a kill right there on that line. 16-14 Skippers. Maddie Dosat back to serve. Gets it over. Popped up by Boyer. And called in the net is Grace Legalante. Dosat to serve once again. Dosat gets it over Boyer. Legalante. Cabaceres blocked by Boylan and Bundy. Back to serve Dosat once again, and a timeout called on the floor by Hannan. Lady Skippers leading 18-14 here in the third set. After the timeout, Dosat to serve for the Lady Skippers as they lead 18-14 here in the third. Dosat a lot of power, gets it over, but Boyer digs it up. And a big hit from Cabaceres, popped up by KK Haley. There's Bundy over to Bothner. And Legalante pops it up. There's Loop and Ballard. Dosat to Bundy, the slide from Boylan. And Hannan is called in the net. 19-14. Skippers extend their lead. Dosset to serve once again. Dosset over, dug up by Loop. Legalante back and blocked by Boylan and Bothner. 20-14, Lady Skippers. Substitution into the game for Hannan is Sydney Williams. Out goes Casey Alquin. Dosset to serve. Up, over, is Cabaceres. Set outside, back to Cabaceres. She tips it over. Boylan pops it up. Legalante, the quick tip over and off the hand of Bothner. Ball falls to the floor. 20-15. Lady Skippers leading, and Tatum Ballard back to serve for Hannan. Ballard gets it over. There's Dosset. Bundy setting back to Bothner. Loop and Cabaceres. Bundy, quick set to Boylan, who tips it over, but Cabaceres is there. Set back to Cabaceres for the big hit, and KK Haley is there to save it and pop it back up. Here's Bothner off the hand of Tatum Ballard. Loop, and this one has to go over, is Grunfeld. Berthaud. Loop, and we have a rally going here. Grunfeld once again popped up Bothner. Berthaud, and Bothner will send it over with force. Here's Cabaceres. KK Haley punched over by Boylan and back to Cabaceres for the big hit, and she splits the block of Boylan and Bundy for the kill. 20-16. Lady Skippers leading as Tatum Ballard goes back to serve once again for Hannan. Ballard up and over. There's Berthaud. Bundy set to Boylan, and a lot of power sent out of bounds off the hand of Boyer. 21-16. Lady Skippers leading. As Madison Bothner goes back to serve for the Lady Skippers, awaiting the call from Coach Lindelof. Bothner gets it out. Boyer pops it up. And Loop can't get there. 22-16. Bothner will continue to serve here in the third. Bothner up and over and out of bounds. Too much on it. Good eye from Loop as the ball went sailing out of bounds off the sideline. 22-17. Cabaceres serving for Hannan. Up and over, dug up by Rogers from the back row. KK Haley into the net. 22-18 with Cabaceres continuing to serve. And Cabaceres floats it up and over. There's Dosset. Bundy on the slide. Boylan. And this one, Loop, good save. Punched up, needs to go over. Boyer. Rogers. Berthaud. Free ball over. KK Haley. Hit down by Boyer, and Berthaud can't get there. Trying to slide for it on the dive. 22-19. Skippers still leading with the Hannan trying to battle back. Cabaceres serves it up and over. There's Rogers, mishandled hit and out of bounds off of Bundy. And timeout called on the floor. Mandeville leading 22-20 here in the third. And the Mandeville cheering section is fired up here at 22-20. Here in the third set. Cabaceres sets it over. Dosset. Bundy, quick tip over, but Loop is there. Set outside to Boyer on the big hit. Berthaud pops it up. Here's Rogers, and KK Haley will hit it over. Here's Cabaceres from beyond the attack line. Rogers pops it up. Bundy, big hit from Boylan. Cabaceres with the dig. And Boyer pops it right down to the floor where Rogers can't get to it. 22-20. Hannan cuts the Mandeville lead to 1 here in the third. With Cabaceres serving. Cabaceres serving it over Dosat. Bundy off the quick tip, and it's popped right back down by Williams. KK gets it over. Loop is there, set back. Rogers, Bundy on the slide. Boylan, and it's blocked by Boyer and Williams. And the game is tied back up at 22 apiece here in the third set, with Cabaceres continuing to serve. Cabaceres up and over, a lot on it. Berthaud pops it up. There's Bundy, KK Haley. Loop is there. And the kill for the Lady Skippers, 23-20. Sam Gomez checking into the game for Emily Boylan. Gomez back to that middle position. Berthaud getting it over. Boyer, hit coming. Berthaud pops it up to the rafters. KK Haley and Bundy sends it sailing back over. It was going out of bounds, but Loop saved it for Hannan, and that was a beautiful hit right to the back line, right where Rogers or Berthaud couldn't get to it, and we're tied back up 23 apiece here in the third set. Mia Migliori back to serve for Hannan. Migliori floats it over. It's short. Rogers, quick set to Sam Gomez, and the block by Allie Morris. We've seen a good bit of that tonight out of Morris. 23-24 set point for Hannan. Migliori floating it over. Rogers. Bundy on the slide. Gomez blocked. This one has to go over. KK Haley gets it there. Morris up off of Dosat. Bundy. Free ball going over from Berthaud. Migliori gets there. And the big hit from Allie Morris goes sailing out of bounds. Tied up at 24 apiece. Subs coming in. Migliori comes out. Williams goes in. Williams comes out as well. Brandy Bundy back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Bundy puts it over Cabaceres. Allie Morris, big hit, and that is, well, they call it out and overruled. That was well inside the line. The official will overrule the line judge. 25-24. Set point for Hannan once again. Over. Bundy. Gomez pushing it. Set back. Ballard. There's Sonji. Bundy. KK Haley with the big hit, and that is in. 25-25. Both teams trading points. Madison Boffner checking into the game for Rogers. 25-25 here in the third set. Both teams have a set apiece. KK Haley up and over Boyer. Boyer with the big hit and blocked back down. Gomez and Boffner put the roof on it, sending it straight to the floor. 26-25 Skippers. KK Haley looking to put this one away. Haley up and over, dug up Boyer. Legalante, Morris with the push. There goes Sonji, and last effort, KK Haley. But nothing doing, ball goes out of bounds. 26-26 here in the third. As Boyer to serve for Hannan. Boyer up and over, Berthaud to Bundy. Gomez popped up. This one needs to go over and falls to the floor. Point for the Skippers. 27-26. Samantha Gomez is back to serve. And a timeout called on the floor as the Lady Skippers lead 27-26 here in the third set. 27-26 after the timeout. Sam Gomez serving, trying to put this one away for the Lady Skippers. There's Loop. Legalante out to Cabaceres. KK Haley, Boylan, Madison Boffner. Boyer, Legalante. Allie hits it out of bounds. And what an exciting set that was. The Skippers take it 28-26, headed to the fourth.
St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, an A-rated school district. Graduates with the highest ACT scores in the state. Facilities with the latest technology. Safe and secure schools. A variety of sports. Fine arts. And learning to last a lifetime.
I'm Superintendent Trey Foles, and this is where we educate every child, every day.
Brandy Bundy serving to start off the fourth set. Mandeville up 2-1 on Hannan, taking the last set 28-26, and that's a good, quick way to start with Samantha Gomez and Victoria Sanji putting a roof on the block on Hannan. Bundy serving once again, dug up by Cabaceres. There's Ballard, and the alley. Morris is blocked by KK Haley, Samantha Gomez, and Victoria Sanji. Coach Walker adding a little more height up front at the net. Bundy gets it over once again. Cabaceres hit, mishandled the kill by Grunfeld. Grunfeld, a junior outside hitter for Hannan. Skippers leading 2-1 here in the fourth set. Legalante, Grace Legalante back to serve for Hannan. Berthaud with the dig. Bundy, KK Haley. Legalante out to Boyer. Bundy gets there, KK Haley pops it up, and Bundy puts it back over. Cabaceres to Legalante, out to Boyer, and Boyer hits it right to the floor. Berthaud couldn't get there. Point for Hannan as they tie it up at 2 apiece. Grace Legalante serving once again. Up, over, dug up by Rogers. Bundy out on the slide. Sam Gomez, and that's in. That was on the line. And the line judge calls it in. Big shot from Samantha Gomez. KK Haley back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Boyer pops it up. Lady Skippers leading 3-2. Boyer with the hit, and that's in for the kill. Goes Boyer, tying it up at 3 apiece. Michaela Boyer serving. And into the net, another one of those unforced errors. Skippers take the lead 4-3 as Samantha Gomez goes back to serve for the Skippers. Gomez, powerful hit over, and too much power on it as it sails out of bounds, tying it up at 4 apiece. Teams trading points in this one here in the fourth set. If Mandeville wins, they take the match. Hannan wins, we go to a 5th. KK Haley, Bundy trying to hit it over, and they call Mandeville in the net. So Hannan will take the lead 5-4. And Danielle Loop will go back to serve. Loop gets it up and over. Quick set to Boylan, big hit, but Loop is there for it. There's Ballard, and that goes out of bounds, but they call a tip on the Lady Skippers. So Loop will go back to serve once again. Hannan leading 6-4. KK with the dig. Bundy, quick set to Boylan, and the kill for Boylan. 6-5. Hannan leading as Dosat goes in. Sanji comes out. Dosset gets it over. Boyer. And into the net goes Cabaceres, and point for the Skippers. 6-6. Dosat back to serve once again. Dosat up and over Boyer, digs it up, Legalante out to Cabaceres. Dosat to Bundy, quick set to Boyer. It's blocked away by Sidney Williams. Hannan takes the lead 7-6. Legalante checks out. McGill Grunfeld goes in for the Lady Hawks. Tatum Ballard back to serve for Hannan. Berthaud, Dosat to KK from the back row, and that's in for the kill for KK Haley. Perfect placement right on that line. It's tied up 7 apiece. It's Madison Bothner goes back to serve. And Coach Lindelof telling her where to serve it. Bothner over to Boyer. Up, here's Cabaceres trying to dink it up there. Nothing doing for Hannan under the net. Point for the Lady Skippers. They take the lead 8-7. Bothner will continue to serve. A lot of power on it from Bothner. There's Ballard. Hit from Cabaceres, mishandled by Dosat. Coach Lindelof had to scoot her chair back as players charged toward the bench area to try and save it, but the ball goes out of bounds. And Cabaceres back to serve for Hannan. Madison Bothner comes out. In goes Hallie Rogers. Cabaceres serves up and over Berthaud. Bundy serving outside to KK. KK pushes it over, splits the block. Point for the Lady Skippers, 9-8. Emily Boylan now back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Boylan, a lot of power. Cabaceres is Ballard pushed to the other side, and Rogers, good effort diving for it. But the ball goes sailing into the stands, and we're tied back up at 9 apiece here in the fourth set. Mia Migliori checks back in, sophomore, to serve, that jump serve, up and over Rogers. Bundy outside to KK Haley, beats the block, and the kill for KK off the tip by Hannan out of bounds, 10-9. Dosat comes out, in goes Sanji. At added height on the front line, Gomez and Sanji both around 6 foot. Bundy gets it over. On the slide goes Allie Morris. And Sanji gets it over for the kill for the Lady Skippers. 11-9 here in the fourth. Brandy Bundy back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Bundy up and over, dug up, Cabaceres. Ballard outside and blocked. Put back over by Morris. And Bundy and Rogers can't get to it. So 11-10. Good placement there by Hannan. Grace Legalante back to serve now. Legalante up and over. Bundy outside to KK with the big hit, and Loop cannot handle it, out of bounds, out here into the stands. 12-10, Lady Skippers. Bothner checking in. Rogers checking out. KK Haley back to serve. Loop. Legalante back to Boyer, who gets it over right to where no one is. Point for Hannan, 12-11. Michaela Boyer back to serve for Hannan. Boyer gets it over. Bothner, Sanji, KK gets it over. Big hit from Cabaceres. And Bundy, good hustle trying to save it, but out of bounds. Tied back up, 12 apiece here in the fourth. Michaela Boyer continuing to serve. Boyer floats it over. Berthaud is there for the dig. Outside and blocked. by Morris. Hit from Sanji, blocked by Morris and Cabaceres. Hannan takes the lead 13-12 here in the fourth, with Boyer continuing to serve. Bundy to Gomez. Legalante, Cabaceres with the big hit, but KK is there to save it. This one's got to go over. Bothner gets it there. And Legalante outside to Cabaceres, popped up by Berthaud. Bundy, quick set to Gomez for the push. And the big hit from Ballard. In between Haley and Bundy. 14-12, Hannan. Boyer gets it up and over, popped up Berthaud. Bundy placed by Gomez, but good hustle by Legalante to get there. Here's Boyer from the back row. Bundy back to Bothner with the big hit. Loop. And Cabaceres smokes it and out of bounds off of KK Haley. 15-12. Hannan extends the lead by 3. And the timeout called on the floor with Hannan leading 15-12 here in the fourth. After the timeout, Boyer serving for the Lady Hawks. Bundy, big hit from Gomez, blocked by Morris and out of bounds. 16-12, Hannan leading. Boyer continuing to serve. Boyer, Bothner to Bundy, back to Gomez with the big hit in the block from Cabaceres and Morris. And that time Bothner beats the block for the kill. Hits it and the ball falls inside on the Hannan side of the net of Morris and Legalante. So Sam Gomez back to serve for the Lady Skippers. As Hannan leads 16-13. Gomez gets it over. Cabaceres with the hit. There's Bundy, Sanji, and they call a double hit on Sanji. So 17-13. Hannan here in the fourth. Loop awaiting the signal from Coach Bonifay. Loop gets it over, dug up by Haley. Bundy from the back row. Haley, too much on it and out of bounds. 18-13. Hannan leads here in the fourth. Loop hits that tape. Sanji is there diving for it. Berthaud and KK from the back row. Loop out to Cabaceres. Berthaud and KK gets it back over. Loop to Legalante, outside to Cabaceres for the big hit. Outside. Tipped over by Bothner, and Cabaceres can't get there. Point for the Lady Skippers. 18-14. Hannan still leading here in the fourth as Dosat goes back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Dosat up and over. Loop. Legalante outside. Cabaceres tips it over. Bothner on the slide. Boylan. And they call Hannan in the net on Cabaceres. 18-15. Hannan. Dosat continues to serve. Dosat sails out of bounds. Good eye by Boyer to let it float out. Back to serve goes Tatum Ballard. Ballard up and over. Dosat, Bundy to Boylan, tipping it over. Saved by Ballard. There's Loop from the back row, goes Boyer. And big hit there from Bothner, but it's sent right back to the Mandeville side and way too much on it by Emily Boylan. 20-15. Hannan extends their lead. Service over, Ballard, Berthaud up and over. Boylan is there. Set back, Bothner. Popped up Aquin. Ballard out to Cabaceres. Then KK sends it right back to him. Bundy tried for the quick set over. And that was only 2 hits. They blew the whistle a little early. They're talking. The official says, yep, that's on me. That's my bad. Talking it over with the official who's on the ground. And they say redo. He blew his whistle a little too early. It was only 2 hits. They had one more shot at it. Ballard serves it over. Dosat. Bundy. Bothner gets it over. Big hit, Cabaceres. Bundy and Bothner. Loop is there. From the back row, Boyer, a lot on it. On the slide, Emily Boylan with the kill. 20-16 here in the 4th. Hannan still leading. Mandeville looking to battle back. Bothner serve over. Cabaceres, good job by Dosat popping it up. Bundy sends the free ball over. Set outside, punched over by Cabaceres. This one out of bounds. KK saving it, and Boylan sending the free ball over, keeping the ball in play. Cabaceres pops it over to Bothner. Here's the set to Boylan. Loop back to Boyer from the back row. And KK Haley with the tip, but Ballard is there. And Cabaceres with the big hit. This one flying back. Berthaud will dive for it. And great effort by Renee Berthaud. The point for the Hannan Lady Hawks as they lead 21-16 here in the 4th. And timeout called on the floor. Hannan leading 21-16 here in the 4th. 21-16, Cabaceres serving following the timeout. Rogers is there. Bundy, good hustle to get it up. Berthaud has to push it over. Loop out to Boyer with the hit. Berthaud pops it up. There's Bundy outside to KK with the hit, and that is in. No, they say it's out and give the point to Hannan, but it looked to me to be on the line, at least from my vantage point. Well, looked to be out. Excuse me, in. Bundy, KK gets it over. Set back and blocked by Boylan and KK Haley. 22-17. Hannan leading, and Emily Boylan goes back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Boylan up and over. Cabaceres with the dig. Big hit, splits the block. Goes Sydney Williams. 23-17 here in the 4th. Hannan trying to force a 5th set. Set over Migliori. Rogers set from Bundy. Big hit from Sam Gomez for the kill. 23-18. Hannan leading. Quickly, subs coming in and out. Sanji heading up front as Dosat comes out. Brandy Bundy back to serve for the Lady Skippers. 23-18, Hannan leading. Loop digging it up. Set back. A lot on it and out of bounds. Goes the hit from Casey Aquin. 23-19. Hannan as Bundy continues to serve. Bundy to Loop. Ballard, Cabaceres back. Rogers over to KK Haley and blocked, but out of bounds. Point for the Lady Skippers as they try to battle back. It's 23-20, Hannan leading. And Hannan will take a timeout as they lead 23-20 here in the 4th. After the timeout, Brandy Bundy continuing to serve for the Skippers. as Hannan leads 23-20, trying to force a fifth set. Here's Boyer on the big hit, straight to the floor. Renee Berthaud can't get there. And we are here at set point. 24-20 for Hannan. With Grace Legalante back to serve for the Lady Hawks. Legalante gets it over Rogers to Bundy. Outside, KK Haley pushes it over and gets it right where Legalante couldn't get to it, but behind two defenders at the net. 24-21. And KK Haley is back to serve for Mandeville. KK sending it over, right back, and Bothner, no mercy with the shot. Over and Loop can't get there. 24-20. KK Haley serving it over. Legalante sets back to Boyer. KK pops it up. Bundy out to Sanji. And Morris puts the roof on it to send us to a fifth set as Hannan takes the fourth, 25-22. Fifth set, Brandy Bundy gets us started. Hit blocked by Gomez and Haley. It gets back over. Morris gets it over, and Gomez with the big hit, but Loop is there for it. Set out, and Boyer with the big hit straight to the floor. Berthaud can't get low enough to get under it. Hannan starts out with a 1-0 lead. Gets it over. Bundy to Haley. Popped up, here's Loop. Outside, big hit from Ballard for the kill. Hannan leading 2-0. Legalante serving once again, too much on it and out of bounds. Right off that sideline. Looked to be serving it right at Coach Walker on the side. As KK Haley goes back to serve, awaiting the signal from Coach Lindelow. Haley up and over Loop, pops it up. Here's Boyer. Bundy setting outside to Bothner, and Morris and Ballard with the big block for Hannan. Boyer heading back to serve for the Hawks. They lead 3-1 here early in the fifth. This one going to 15 points. Not the traditional 25, and wow, that is a great serve by Boyer, hitting that tape and it going over. If someone can do that on command and practice that, that's a hot commodity in a server. Bundy outside, Bothner blocked. Bundy back up to Bothner, floats it over. Boyer is there. And Morris popping it down, but Bundy is there for it. Gomez with the big hit, sends it sailing into the stands on the other side of the court. Hannan leading 5-1. Timeout called by Coach Walker. Wants to talk it over with his girls. As Hannan leads 5-1 here in the fifth. Served over, Boyer. Back up, Bundy on the slide goes Gomez. Boyer. Out, Cabaceres gets it. Bundy. Here's Berthaud and Bothner. Back to Cabaceres with the big hit. Berthaud pops it up into the rafters. Gomez, Morris is in the net. Point for the Lady Skippers. As Hannan leads 5-2. And Gomez back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Gomez sending it over. Loop is there for the dig. Legalante setting Morris, and a big, powerful hit. And that is the fourth hit. Oh, they call Sanji in the net. So 6-2 Hannan. Loop to serve. Loop up and over, a lot of power on it. KK is there for the dig. Bundy outside to Bothner. There's Cabaceres, and the big hit for Ballard gets it over is Boylan. Legalante setting outside to Cabaceres, and Sanji is there to block it down. Ballard sending it over. Boylan, Bundy, back to Bothner. Lots of B's. Boylan, Bundy, Bothner, and that one goes out of bounds off of Berthaud. (7-2) Hannan. Loop floating it over, and it doesn't go the distance. No power behind it. Falls into the net. Dosat comes in for Sanji. Good dig by Boyer, sending it back over to the skippers. Back on the slide, Boylan. This one has to go over with Loop. She gets it there, Berthaud. And a big hit from Bothner. Ballard gets it over. Boylan sends it back to him. And that is in from Ballard. Hannan extends the lead 8-3 here in the fifth. Subs coming in. Grunfeld into the game for Legalante. Back to serve is Tatum Ballard. Ballard, the lefty, gets it over. Bundy setting back to Bothner, who sends it out. Coach Walker looking for a touch, but it's not called. 9-3. Hannan extends their lead here in the fifth. Hit over, popped up Dosat, coming back down and to the ground. That is an ace for Tatum Ballard. 10-3 here in the fifth. Hannan leads. Ballard gets it over. There's Dosat. Bundy up to Bothner. Loop is there. And big hit. Falls on the Mandeville side. Kill for Haley Cabaceres, the All-State selection last season. And Coach Walker wants to talk it over again with his girls as Hannan leads 11-3 in the fifth. Ballard gets it over after the timeout. Bundy setting outside to Boylan, and it's blocked away by Grunfeld and Williams. Popped up by Boyer. There's Ballard, Boyer from beyond the attack line. Berthaud popped up, and Boylan has to get this one over. Sends the free ball. Boyer, Ballard set over. They're looking for a double hit. No call. And Boylan, a huge hit, but saved by Loop. She has been sensational all night, and there's a point. They call a lift on Hannan. Point for the Lady Skippers. 11-4. Bothner back to serve. Sends it away. Loop. A big hit from Cabaceres. The kill for Hannan. 12-4. Back to Loop for a second. She was an All-State selection last year as well in the state tournament, where Hannan was runner-up to Pope John Paul. Cabaceres sending it over. There's Dosat. Bundy setting up to KK. Loop. Point for the Lady Skippers. Into the net goes McGill Grunfeld. Boylan to serve. 12-5 Hannan. Loop gets it. Ballard, the big hit, and that's out. Out on Boyer. So point for the Lady Skippers. Hannan leads 12-6 here in the fifth. Looking to put this match away. But Boylan says not so fast. She's looking to battle back with the Lady Skippers. Has to go over Cabaceres. Boylan popping it up. Bundy outside to Haley, who tips it over. Cabaceres back to Boyer. Boylan Bundy on the slide, goes Gomez, and KK puts the roof on it, still saved by Ballard and Loop, and to the floor goes Boyer where Rogers can't reach it. And Hannan leads 13-6 as subs come in. Migliori goes back to serve. It's 13-6, Hannan off Rogers. Bundy saves it, Berthaud gets it over. Cabaceres to Ballard, outside to Boyer with the big hit, and Rogers is there to save it and pop it back up to KK. Tried to do the behind the head hit, turned around and hit it into the net. So match point for the Hannan Lady Hawks. Migliori serves it over. Bundy, Gomez with the tip, back over to the Mandeville side. Gomez popped up by Ballard. Migliori back to Cabaceres, who gets it over. Dosette pops it up, and a big hit. And Morris puts the roof on it. And Hannan will win it in a 5-set epic here at Mandeville High School. So let's take a second to thank those who helped bring you this game, starting with our superintendent, Mr. Trey Folse, our director of broadcasting, Dr. Melody Swang, cameraman, editor, and coordinator of Channel 13, to my right, Dave the Rave Williams. So from Mandeville High School, where the Hannan Lady Hawks defeat the Mandeville Lady Skippers in 5 sets, my name is Grant Yenny. Good night. You are now leaving the Prep Zone.